Hello, beautiful people. I just realized I'm popping on here and I'm like, did I leave the oven on? I was supposed to turn the oven off before I came on here. That was the pause. That was my brain going, I really hope I didn't just leave the oven on. That would not be a fun thing because then my lunch would be completely fried by the time I was done. It's gonna make me insane. I'm totally not gonna be able to concentrate. You know what? I'm gonna take you guys with me. We're gonna go check. Come take a walk with me. You're getting to see like lots more. Look at that. All right. Thank you for your patience in here. I'm trying to think about whether Yes, I did turn it off. Hallelujah. All right, that's good. Okay, we're backing back up. Thanks for taking a walk with me, guys. No one's in here yet. For anyone who's watching this later, you know. Apparently you're getting a tour. I rearranged some of the art pieces that I had on the wall on this side. So, you know, I'll just give you a little tour while we're at it. All right, I'll be able to concentrate better. Thanks for bearing with me. But anyway, okay, let's see. Somehow I managed to tilt this, but all right, that was enough of a field trip for today. So for those of you who have not joined me for one of my little lives that I've been doing on Friday, or not so little lives, last week was 30 minutes, I come on here, I say hello. I have started making Dyed4You Art Decks. The whole concept behind these originated because I had a number of people who were fans of the Dyed4You artwork, and they said, I just love them all. I just want to have a way to get all of them, you know. I wish I could afford to do that. And so the idea behind the decks was to be able to create a way where people could have, I mean, you can see it's like, you know, it's a decent sized print. You can set it out on a desk or like put it on your mirror in your bathroom or, you know, prop it up someplace that you can have it. And so the decks have 47 cards in them. And then on the back side, I have, you know, just like food for thought. And so it's sometimes is fun just to kind of pull it. And so that's what we've been doing every week is letting God pick the topic. So I never know what we're going to talk about. And it does tell you on the back side like what the name of the art piece is. So for those of you who are Dyed4You Art fans, you can always go back and read the full word that goes with an art piece because it always notes it at the bottom. The only exception to that is there's a couple of cards that are ones that were that are not released because they were custom commissioned ones. And so those, they're not public, but like most of it is. So I have 3 decks finished and I've got a 4th one that is in the works. I am about like maybe 25 to 30% of the way through writing it. So I'm hoping to get it done in the near future because I need to order some more decks. So, I mean, people can order them at any time and I'll just order some in, but I like to get some in bulk and keep them in stock. Hello, Linda, and welcome. Nice to see you. Okay, so a card was highlighting itself to me. So this is the card for today. Let's see what we've got. Oh, interesting. Have I pulled this before? It's so interesting to me how often you'll pull the same ones over and over and over again. So the art piece that's on here is a variation of the Lord of All Dyed4You art piece. And so sometimes I do tweak the art pieces for the version that goes on the card because, you know, I'm creative and I like to do that. And so anyway, so this is the challenges card. All of life presents challenges. The dog is like flipping around on the floor over here. Hey, shh. Focus, buddy, focus. We're talking to the nice people. Yeah, we're talking to the nice people. All of life presents challenges to overcome and grow through. Making daily choices to be healthy may be difficult, but not doing so and dealing with resulting health challenges is difficult too. Just as being fiscally responsible is challenging, but living in a constant state of debt and lack is as well. So choose wisely which challenges you want to take on rather than allowing your non-decisions to force your hand. Whew. This was a really fascinating concept to begin to understand. And I think this is something that really got highlighted to me as I got older because I had more life experience to see. But truly, you know, we have, I mean, first of all, we have free will, right? So we have options all around us. And the fact is that there are consequences and things that we will go through as a result of any choice that we make. And sometimes we feel like we have no choices, but what we really typically mean in that situation is we have no good choices. We have no choices that we feel, you know, happy about. But there's something very empowering, and I think that's what's getting highlighted to me in this moment, is there's something very empowering about realizing you do have choice. Even if it's bad choices, you still have choices. And there's something very empowering about stepping into, you know, and owning that fact that you get to make those choices. So, you know, even if it's between two things, and I'm totally not being able to come up with a great example, but like, you know, it could be, you know, because sometimes there's hard choices where like, you know, you may have friends that are getting together and you really want to see them, but you're super exhausted because you had to take care of your kids that day. And so you have to make that judgment call. Like, you know, am I going to be able to do this thing that I want to do? Or am I going to need to take care of myself in this moment because I know I need recharge time? And so again, but by owning all of those, even little choices, you know, like, am I going to make time to talk to this person who drives me nuts, but yet I know that they're hurting right now and I know that I could be a touch from heaven for them? Or am I not okay and this person needs something from me and I have to realize in this moment that I need to make time to recharge, and that if they need something, it's going to have to be from someone other than me. And so again, a lot of it is just bringing back that empowerment sense as opposed to feeling like a victim. Like, you know, and again, I think we so often get taught, I'm trying to think of how to explain this, but basically because we're taught to be, you know, good little boys and girls, so often we feel like victims. And sometimes we don't even consciously realize that, but like we'll feel like we have no choice about something. You know, we'll feel like, you know, because someone cornered us and it would be rude to stop talking to them, that we're stuck talking to them, even though, you know, there was someone else that we needed to talk to or whatever, you know. And so like we almost like disempower ourselves because of the fact that we feel like our choices have been taken away. And so by embracing that reality that, no, I really do have a choice. It's just whether or not I want to do this uncomfortable thing, which might be, I am so sorry. I understand that you want to talk right now, but I really can't in this moment, you know, and that may feel uncomfortable in that moment, but doing that may be the highest good. And again, sometimes God puts us in those positions to allow us to be challenged and to be, you know, growing our character because of the fact that we're having to do the hard things, you know what I mean? And so allowing for that. But again, it's just recognizing the fact that we do have those choices, just owning the fact that there are, you know, options, even if none of them are ones that we particularly like, really is empowering, as opposed to feeling, you know, like I'm the victim and everything goes wrong and I never have good choices and bad stuff happens all the time. And that just is really that, you know, it's very lowering and disempowering. I mean, just go with the flip side of that. And so being able to turn that around. So I think the encouragement that I have for you today is just basically, if you find yourself in a place where you're feeling like, I just have no choices, like, try and catch that moment and think, wait a minute, that can't possibly be true. What are my options here, even if they're all hard options? And then pause for a moment and think about what is actually the right choice for you in that moment. And again, when I say that, obviously I mean like tap into spirit. Like, hey, you know, what really is the highest good in this moment? Because obviously, you know, for those of us who are living lives surrendered to the Lord, like that is our heart's desire, is what is the highest good? What is the highest good? And then wanting to align with that. So anyway, hopefully that is a blessing to someone today. It has been just such a crazy busy day. So the whole time that I'm talking to you, I have alerts popping down because I forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb. So thank you for those of you who are watching this later and are hanging with me through my slightly frazzled intro and through everything that I shared. But hopefully this is a blessing, and I hope you guys have oh, good. Thank you, Linda. I'm glad to hear that. I was like, I'm sure if Spirit's downloading this, it's going to speak to somebody, because otherwise he wouldn't be downloading it to me. So I trusted it was for somebody. But anyway, well, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and blessings to you, and happy worshiping. Talk to you guys soon.